fear and homeschooling. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I have heard from homeschoolers or wannabe homeschoolers that they're freaked out about the idea of homeschooling. So I want to take a few minutes and just talk to you about some of the very common fears of people that are considering homeschooling their children, or people that are in the trenches homeschooling. These are real fears that people face. It's part of our training. We call it the emotional roller coaster that parents go through. It's very common, but I'd like to debunk the fears and give you an action that can help you start to breathe in peace and exhale fear. So you ready? By the end of this video, you will have an action step and you should feel better about this whole homeschooling thing. So I am responding in almost just directly to another email that I received from a homeschool mom that's stepping into the homeschool journey. She's young in the journey. Her son is very young, stepping into the journey. And she's like, I have so much fear about homeschooling. And then she starts the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences with the phrase, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I won't like it or be good at it. I'm afraid of working at home and I have to work from home. I'm afraid he won't sit still and he won't be able to get his schoolwork done. I'm afraid that he might be gifted. I'm afraid that he might have tendencies that I'm not sure what to do with. I'm afraid he's already behind and that I can't help him catch up and get ahead. These are so common. I hear them all the time. So the very first thing that I want you to do is I just want you to imagine whatever age your children are at right now. I want you to fast forward in your imagination 10 years. And I want you to see them clearly in your mind's eye. Excited. Their eyes twinkle with almost a little bit of mischievousness because they know a bunch of stuff and they're so excited to lean in and learn more. I want you to see that their cheeks are flushed and rosy because not only are they excited to learn, but they're active and healthy and well. They're engaged in life. They're not walking around all the time with headphones in and staring at a screen. Oh no, sir. If you make the mistake, stranger, of talking to my children, they're going to talk your ear off. You're going to have that confidence of knowing that your kids are confident enough to have conversations with people from all different walks of life and all different ages and stages. Your kids have twinkly eyes. They have rosy cheeks. They are engaged with the people around them. They actually like people. Oh, they may be quiet. Some of them may be quiet. Some of them may be extroverted, but they're engaged with people and they respect the people around them. They're actually kind. Wow, what a concept these days to have kind children. It's very common for you to walk through the grocery store or to sit at a restaurant and have an elderly couple walk up to you and say, I just had to come over and give you a compliment about your amazing family. I've just been watching you for the last 20 minutes, and I can tell you your kids stick out like sore thumbs. Kids today are not like your children. What did you do? You're going to know in your mind it's because you just spent the last 10 years investing in character training and relationship building and leaning into learning with your kids. You've fully embraced this homeschooling lifestyle, and it's unlocked what the world is so hungry for. I want you to imagine that 10 years from now, all of your kids, especially if they're 14 and older, kind of have an idea of what it is they want to do after high school. And you've already spent time together with them for a couple years, helping them plan and plot their plan for after high school. And they're way ahead of their peers because they love to learn. They know how to get help when they get stuck. And they're already moving toward that thing that they can't wait to do after high school. They're not dull and bored and apathetic. They're excited. They love to learn. They love to read. They actually communicate clearly with people, and they can write in a way that entertains, informs, or persuades others. They are excellent communicators. They know that they just need to identify who something is for, what its purpose is, and to make sure that they use the right vocabulary, and then they can communicate to anybody, anywhere. These fears of not liking homeschooling really stem from not being sure about what you're going to teach and getting tripped up by the idea that homeschool means curriculum, which it does not. It's amazing. Can you imagine how great it feels to launch your kids with confidence and kindness and diligence and discipline and an academic foundation that makes them ahead of their peers? I can. And the reason I can is because that's exactly what we did with our 5 sons. We leaned into what they loved, and we wrapped education around that. We call it a learning burrito. We made family and character the center of everything that we did. And not only are the boys all well educated, they all have at least a high school diploma and an associate's degree. Some of them are either have their bachelor's degree or they're working towards it. So what? It works into their future. They need those things. But they're kind. They're fun to be around, and they still want to come home. They still want to hang out with mom and dad. And it is a beautiful thing. And they like each other, and they like other people. And they're brilliant in their own area of expertise. It's a beautiful thing. I want you to know that that life is possible. And I want you to know that these fears are very, very common. Before I go even further, I'm going to plop in a free plug. Down in the descriptions, there's a free class. If you have any of these fears, I want you to take that free class. It's imperative that you understand the 3 stages of learning. They apply. I come at it from the direction of there's 3 stages of homeschooling. But honestly, these apply whether it's private school, private tutors, charter schools, homeschools, being taught in a cave, doesn't matter. 3 stages of homeschool. So I'm going to invite you to take that free class so that you're looking at educating your kids through the right lens, because there's so much noise out there. The noise out on the internet and in your email inbox is buy this curriculum, get these grades, hit these learning benchmarks. And it's just not a good fit for your kids. Your kids need to know that you care before they want to know what you know. They need to be seen. They need to have purpose in what they're learning. They need to see that it means something and that it's more than just finishing an assignment. Beautiful thing. So other fears that you can't work from home and homeschool. I can tell you, because I've worked for home for over a decade, 12 years, 15 years, and it's possible. When you homeschool the right way, when you homeschool where you're leaning into the season that your kids are in, the stage that they're in, there are always pockets of time that you can do the work that you need to get done. And you can weave in and train routine and order into your day that make it so that the kids aren't just painting your bathroom with red nail polish, right? There are other things that they can be doing during the day. So yes, if you need to, you can work from home and homeschool, because homeschooling doesn't take all day. Homeschooling should not take all day. Your kids do not need to sit at the table for more than a couple hours a day. If they're younger than 8, it's even less than that. So you don't need to spend all day teaching. Another fear is that your kids might be gifted, or the opposite, or have issues that you see as a problem fitting into the box of traditional school. One of my kids is definitely ADHD, and this child could not sit still. So guess what? I didn't have him sit still. I had him do things with his hands. I had him sit on a bouncy ball instead of a chair. I had him move outside, and we did school on our feet a lot. It's okay. There are ways to accommodate whatever talents, deficiencies, or unique qualities that your kids have. That homeschool is a beautiful fit for that. Another fear, the one that I'm going to wrap up with, is the fear that your kids are behind or that you're not sure how to help them get ahead. I can tell you that if you can imagine a future where your kids are bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and flushed-faced and excited about learning, engaged in the relationships that they have around them, that does not come typically from turning the page and doing the next lesson. That comes from hanging out as a family, prioritizing character training, making sure that your day has a rhythm and routine in it, and giving your kids hands-on experiences that cause them to be curious, cause them, there's somebody I listen to, she calls it a Scooby-Doo. They do the Scooby-Doo, huh? Causes them to turn their head like a puppy with curiosity. You don't need to fill kids' heads with knowledge. It's not about what your kids learn. It's about how they learn. What kind of a learner are there? What kind are they? What kind of experiences are you allowing them to engage in? Are you working in work ethic and responsibility and diligence and discipline and all of those things? Homeschooling definitely has the fear troll that sits on your shoulder, whispering into your ear that you're not enough, that your kids are going to fail, they're going to be behind, you're going to destroy their future. But I'm here to tell you that you can knock that troll off its shoulder and you can settle in to a life where you bring your kids with you everywhere you go, and you wrap academics around the things that you are interested in and that the kids are interested in. And there are people out there that can guide you in how you can do that. So I'm going to invite you to grab a free seat in the 3 Stages of Homeschooling Masterclass. You can do it in one sitting. It's about an hour long. Or you can take your time and just digest the different stages. From there, I want you to reach out to me. You're going to know how to reach out to me from there. And I want you to share with me what speaks loudest to you, what resonates with you. This class was 25 years in the making. I didn't see it until I got all the way through homeschooling. And it's so crystal clear. It's the primary nugget that helps break people free to truly lean into and love and enjoy the whole homeschooling experience. So if you are a fearful homeschooler, I need you to know, number 1, you're not alone. And number 2, there's a way to break free. Start with that free stages 3, the free 3 Stages of Homeschool Masterclass. And then I will watch for you in my inbox where you share with me what speaks to you the loudest. You do not need to be afraid, although you will wrestle with fear, because I did. But it'll be okay if you lean into homeschooling the way it's designed to be. See you next time.